Hey guys, so this is the story of a caravan that I've purchased here in Turkey, and it's a Sprinter. It's a 1990s model caravan. I'll take you guys inside to show you what it looks like. It's pretty much bone stock factory. It doesn't have any add-ons, a cold water system. This is the seating area. It becomes a double bed, and this is pretty much the kitchen. It's a pretty comfortable seating area and a decent sized bed. It's got curtains and sun blockers. It's got decent cupboard space on top, just like here. Also on the side here, there's a nice cupboard. That's my inverter, and it's got a heater that works on gas. This is the toilet. It doesn't really have a shower, but I'm planning on putting one in there. And it's got a three-way fridge, meaning it works on 240 volts, 12 volts, and on gas. This is the back sitting area. It becomes a single bed, and it's also got cupboard space on top and a nice large window. And this is what it looks like when it becomes a bed. This is the front compartment. Currently it's got a very dodgy setup with just a small water pump. This is the outside. It's got a cassette toilet which comes out like this, and you can put your liquids and your soaps into there. This is what the water tanks look like. There's going to be two of these, which will go underneath the front half of the caravan. So the first one is the larger one and the other one is the smaller one. And this is the shape that it looks like. It's made out of plywood. I think that's roughly about a centimeter, 10 mil or 12 mil actually. And yeah, so with this, currently it's not waterproof, but what I've done is with the other tank, I've put one layer of fiberglass with polyester resin, and once the edges are cleaned up and sanded down, this is kind of what it looks like. And then I'll be joining this together with a sealant in the gaps, and then in the corners most likely I'll put sealant or another kind of curved layer of fiberglass to kind of, seal it, double seal it. And then on the outside I'll be putting a sealant or another layer of fiberglass if I've got enough material, depending on the material. I've also got a waterproofing paint which I'm going to paint once it's all finished. So yeah, that's what it looks like at the moment. I've put fiberglass on the second box. While that's drying, I've been working on the first box, which is ready to put together. I'm going to put a special sealant in between, and then slap this on top, screw it in, and then I might put another layer of fiberglass inside and outside, and the lid's over there. That will be the last thing. This is what it's looking like. I've jacked it up so I can work underneath. And here are the water tanks. So I've finished one, which is looking like this. Looks ugly, but it's nice and solid. This stuff is very strong. It's a sealant and like a glue, and when it dries, it's very hard to remove. It's the material that's used in cars. So I've got my fittings installed. Entrance, exit, sorry, this is the other way around. Entrance, exit, and breather hole. And this one's going to be a bit different, but the thing is the same. I've got my fiberglass on top of the plywood, and I've got the corners sealed. This is 2 layers of it. I might add a 3rd layer before painting it with waterproofing paint, and then I'll be sealing it with the top with this black stuff again once I sand it down. And obviously I'm going to do the fittings first, and that's going to go underneath the front half of the caravan, in between those chassis metals underneath. And if you look inside, which is a mess, I'll be adding the tap here. So it just had a 1 cold water tap there, and I'll be adding cold and hot. So I've got to drill holes for this. Over here in the bathroom, I've half connected one of these guys. Becomes a shower head. I'm lucky it fits there. And the green hose is the hot water line. The normal line's already connected. So I've connected a hot water line which goes underneath the caravan. I'll show where that goes. I've taken off the mirror because it had a little fix. This is the inside, it's a mess, but it's going to get organized. So the hot water line comes from underneath. I'm going to push it up here into the kitchen, and also have a T here, so it goes actually not down there, back this way maybe, where I might be planning on putting the hot water heater over here, just on the outside, or on the front. I'm not sure yet, but we're going to see. And that device is over here. I bought it from Excel. It's a company in America. And it's actually good material that they use inside. What's it called? It's not coming to my head. Anyway, so that has water input, water output, gas input, and that's pretty much it. And it works on a battery for spark and just LPG gas with a regulator. So that's where we're at with the water tank and with the gas hot water system. Over here I've got a Seaflow 11.3 litre water pump. That's going to go down to the tank, and it goes from up there into this collector which separates it into 5 separate valves. I'll probably only need like 3 or 4, but one's going to be like a shower head just to wash yourself off after the beach and to wash your feet. So I wanted to get extra just in case. That one all the way on the side, one sec. So this one goes inside. That's cold water from the tank. This one will probably be going to the hot water system, and then that's pretty much it. This goes to both the kitchen and the bathroom, so that's fine. And this is just a temporary thing, but the hose is going to be longer. And yeah, these two are kind of extra if I need to add anything else. And my gas line comes like this. It's just like a single line. I don't know if I should tee that off from here and connect it to the hot water system, or do something else from the other side where the valves are. But yeah, we'll see. That's where I'm at. I'm doing this alone. I don't have a lot of experts in this region who understand these European caravans, or caravans at all. So it's kind of just, I'm in a rush as well. I'm trying to finish this off in a week because I'm working and I'm busy. So I'm just doing what I can do at the moment. And in the future, if something's not right, I'll be fixing it to something more solid. But for now, I want to hit the road in about 2 weeks. So I've got about a week to kind of finish this and a week to get ready. Just gonna update you guys on where we're at and what I'm up to. So I painted the rims. They were a bit rusty, so they look much better now. I've put up the water tanks over here. So I've got a corner piece on that side and on that side, and just one in the middle. And then I got these two thick pieces. I've got one here, one over there, which I'm gonna put as well, just as support. This is what it looks like. I've got the mouths over there to actually mount the emptying and water pump pipes, etc. They're going to be linked to each other, so it's just going to take it from one tank, but they're going to be linked to each other, so hopefully that works out. Besides that, I had the spare tire but not the rim, so I got a rim made, put in. It rained, so it's really dirty. I've got this piece made for here, which you will be holding the water heater. Just kind of like an enclosure for it to protect it from the rain and dust. It's not the best, but it'll do the job. It fell off the trailer while I was on the highway, so it's a bit damaged. I've just got to paint it up. I put a bike rack in. It's just tack welded at the moment, but I'm gonna go take it to a welder and get the supports done properly and paint it up. These are my dodgy welds, as you can see, but yeah, just kind of tacked it with a small little hobby welder, and yeah, I'll get them to weld it in properly. And besides that, on the inside I've got 3 95 amp AGM batteries, so they're going to be wired up in parallel. I'll probably have them over here, kind of on the front of the left hand tire, and then the inverter over there. It's a pretty big inverter, and once that's all wired up, I'll get the solar panels on the roof, probably take the cabling down from here and bring it out to there. Besides that, I've got a thing made for the actual shower floor, but it doesn't fit in from that angle. It touches here, so I'm either gonna get this fixed up, or I'm gonna remove the toilet, put it in, and then put the toilet back in. I'm not sure which is easier. I think it's easier to just change this, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work, so I might give this a try. If it doesn't work, I'll remove the toilet. Besides that, the taps are ready. This side isn't 100% ready, but it's almost there. And yeah, I've got to get this looked at. It kind of came out of place, but yeah, that's where we're at. Almost done. I need to find a way where I can mount this tire. I don't know if there's space underneath due to the bike rack, but I might have to put it on the roof, or over here somehow, or in the back, or maybe underneath. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But yeah, for now I'm just gonna put these supports on. I'm gonna use these bolts. I was recommended to use these bolts, so I'm just going with these. They're pretty thick and apparently they hold quite good. So yeah, so we're gonna have 5 pieces of metal holding the tank in, and then I'm gonna get separate pieces. I've got like 8 cutouts like this, which I'm gonna kind of bolt onto the floor of the caravan, and that's gonna be supporting it from the edges so it doesn't move around. And I think that should be fine, hopefully. I might just do, there's a bit of surface rust on these bits. I might do some, you know, sanding and painting if I get a chance. If not, I mean, it's been 20 years, it's not the worst, so it'll still go for years. But yeah, just general maintenance, and hopefully she'll be right. So this is a wooden base I've just made for the shower area so that the water seeps through the gaps and you don't have any wetness when you're using the bathroom. Also, this is the welder putting together the bike holder. Unfortunately, this was a poor design. It did work, but it was very wobbly, so I do not recommend it. This is what the actual bike looked like on the back of the caravan. It was okay, but when we put two bikes on there, it got a bit wobbly. This is the actual roof. I did end up putting 2 solar panels. I was going to use these small brackets, and then I realized I could just get a whole bar of it, which would make it stronger, which is what I did. The actual electrics in the caravan were chaos. It really took a lot of time to be able to adjust things and make it work. A lot of my footage actually got stolen when my hard drive was stolen, and I've sold the caravan, so unfortunately I don't have any other footage of this project, so it's a 1 video build. This is actually the caravan on top of a ferry when we were traveling. You can see what the solar panels looked like when it was finished. Also, here's a photo of when I was selling it, of the front compartment. So I ended up putting the hot water heater in the front right next to a water tank filler. I had a separation in between. So on the left you had the water pump, and on the right side of the tank, the gas tank, you actually had the spare wheel as well. This is just a nice photo I took near the mountains in the Aegean region of Turkey. As you can see, there's a second bike on the back, and I was towing this with a 1.6 diesel Golf, and it towed amazing. They make those cars really good. The caravan was a bit front heavy, but all in all it was an okay trip. I would not recommend making it that heavy on the front, just something to consider for anyone who's building a caravan. These are just some nice drone photography that I took before my drone was also stolen, along with my laptop. So I lost a lot of files and a lot of technology, but at least I've got these to cherish and make roughly a 20-minute video out of. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to have a lot more better builds, better videos coming up, so please subscribe. I'm going to leave you guys with this awesome footage.